The Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. Something about that just seems to roll off the tongue. But hey, there's a couple of draft picks for John Schneider to make to improve this already phenomenal football team that has aced the NFL draft the last couple of years, especially in the first couple of rounds. Devin Witherspoon, 5th overall in 2023. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 20th overall in 2023. Byron Murphy, 16th overall, 2024. Gray Zabel, 18th overall in 2025. And not to mention hitting on Nick Emenwari at pick 35 in 2025 as well. This year around, one selection in the top 50 for John Schneider and the Seattle Seahawks. 4 selections overall. 3 of those 4 come into the top 100. I'll be very interested to see what Schneider does with these 3 picks that could essentially just, he could trade back from 32 into to pick 37, pick up a pick on day 3, trade back from 64. Like he can do a lot more than maybe people think John Schneider could do with just having 4 total selections in the 2026 NFL draft. But we're going to go assuming he has 4 and he's going to make 4 selections here in the 2026 NFL draft. I'm Cody Carpentier with the Draft Rankings Show. We're here every single cool night of the week, 7 p.m. Eastern time on the Draft Rankings YouTube channel. You can also get the show on podcast. Type in the Draft Rankings on there as well. And if you do listen to the player profiler feed, we're on there twice a week as well. Seattle Seahawks, I think we're up to like 13 or 12, 11, 13 7-round mocks we've done so far. We're going to continue to push, probably going to get close to that 20, 22 range as far as all mocks that we do. If you want your team to be next, drop that comment below. Seattle Seahawks, you are OTC. I thought it was very interesting a week and a half ago, Daniel Jeremiah dropped his round 1 mock draft 3.0, and it had Jadarian Price at pick 32 to the Seattle Seahawks. 1 year ago, I think it was him, that he mocked Josh Simmons to the Kansas City Chiefs at pick 32, and he nailed it. So if he nails it, it would be a shock, I think, to a lot of people. Like, man, Jadarian, his name's been brought up. He's the running back in Notre Dame, partner with Jeremiah Love. If he went 32 to the Seahawks, man, oh man, that Zach Charbonnet, I think, would look interesting because he's recovering. Emmanuel Wilson just got a little contract. It'll be an interesting situation to see in Seattle. But the needs that we have marked down for the Seattle Seahawks right now are as follows. I think you could use a cornerback. I think you could use a running back. A free safety wouldn't hurt. Edge would never hurt. I think you're aging there. Obviously, everybody knows that with Leonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, you could always use some youth at that position. I think the last one that we had written down was guard. I think you could always use some potential upgrade at that right guard position where Anthony Bradford currently sits. Depending on how you feel about him, I think there could be an upgrade there as well. So you're sitting here at pick 32, and according to the board right now from Pro Football Focus, it's staring the eyes of Maxi Hanachor. I'm not sure Hanachor actually makes it here to us. Caleb Banks from Florida, another defensive lineman that continually makes it down to the bottom of this draft. Peter Woods goes 31. TJ Parker goes 30 to the Dolphins right ahead of us. So the options for me, I think Brennan Cisse is very interesting here, the cornerback from South Carolina, the teammate of Nick Emenwari last year at South Carolina. Very interesting selection right there. You bring up the running back position. If you really want to go Jadarian is an option there for you. I love Zion Young. I think Zion Young as the rotational piece, learning from DeMarcus Lawrence and Leonard Williams for a year would be, chef's, like the definition of chef's kiss. I also think if you could get a Caleb Banks into that room with a Byron Murphy and a Jaron Reed and those older guys and Leonard Williams and DeMarcus Lawrence, like that would be maniacal because we already know how good that Seattle front 4 is. Like if you add a Caleb Banks whose upside is he could be the best out of all those dudes if his ceiling hits, and you get him in there where he's not the number 1, not the number 2, and he can get cultured in and learn from those guys. I think that would be massive. So I think Banks is an option here. I think you could also look at that offensive line. I think Hanachor is an option if he's there. Not sure he's actually going to be there. So right now I'm between Zion Young, Brandon Cisse, and Caleb Banks right now. So the last couple of years, like we said, we've seen them go offensive tackle. Last year was Gray Zabel, or offensive guard, with Gray Zabel last year. They went Byron Murphy the year before, DB, O-line. Like, bottom line is John Schneider knows where to push the coins in at the position. I think this defense could really use a cornerback. So I'm going to go Brandon Cisse. I think they go back to South Carolina as well, and they get Cisse to join them and Warrior in this defensive backfield. At pick 64, we talked about edge before. We talked about running back. I'm going to click running back. I'm going to click edge here quick, and I think I'm going to click on safety. Mike Washington at pick 64. Now that is a pick that I think you pair him with Emmanuel Wilson and Zach Charbonnet. That's a very interesting, that's a guy ran 4.3. I was at a combine a couple of years ago when I specifically watched a particular running back run 4.3. It was kind of amusing. It was kind of fun. It was kind of breathtaking. He went pick 41. This is pick 64. That guy just walked out the door. That guy's name was Ken Walker. I think that's an option here. We could go Mike Washington. Again, we have Brandon Cisse in the building. I think Derek Moore is very interesting right here as well from Michigan. I'm not sure Romello Height, as much as I like him, really fits the mold here of the Seattle Seahawks. Among these guys, I really like Mike Washington. I'm going to go Washington. I'm going to take the running back right here from Arkansas and bring that dynamism to this backfield. All right. Now I want to check out the interior offensive line. Billy Schruth is there from Notre Dame. This is pick 96. We've got 2 picks left. Pick 96 and pick 188. 96 and pick 188. We got a corner. We got a running back. I think we can go edge. We can go safety. And we could go interior offensive line. So we got LT Overton at the top of the heap right here. Billy Schruth. Bud Clark is a very interesting corner. I think he has the length that you'd be looking for on the Seahawks. He obviously will not make it to us at pick 188. So do we go Schruth? Schrouth? I haven't figured that one out. I think it's Schrouth. Overton or Bud Clark. I'm a much bigger Bud Clark guy than everybody else. I kind of want to go Bud Clark here. Man, he just screams Seattle to me as tough. I'm going to go Bud Clark. So I'm going to get us a safety here at pick 96. And then we'll push that edge pick down to pick 188 and also check out the interior offensive line. George Gums is fun. Vincent Anthony's fun from Duke. I think you could also go Micah Moore. Parker Brailsford to come in and play some center. I know you got Jalen Sundell in there from North Dakota. He did a really good year this year. Jaden Roberts is an interesting little bit of a project there from Alabama that you could get to come in. I think we should probably just give them a guard. I feel that's probably a little bit of a bigger need than edge. Just so young at edge. Maybe we force the hand. I don't really love any of these guys. The only one I really kind of have a little bit. I mean, I love the workout at the combine from George Gums, but it's a little bit early. I don't know if I'm quite there on Gums right here. Pick 188. Let's do it. George Gums, edge rusher from Florida, pick 188. That's the 4 picks for the Seattle Seahawks and John Schneider. That's it. That's all. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got a C+. Not that great. Not that great from PFF over here. Brandon Cisse, cornerback from South Carolina, pick 32. Mike Washington, running back from Arkansas, pick 64. Bud Clark, pick 96 from TCU. And then we get George Gums, who I thought had a really good workout on field from Florida. Not really good, but just a solid workout. I think he's a guy that comes in, could be a depth piece. Honestly, could come in and be number 3 in that rotation at the D end / rush spot behind Leonard Williams and DeMarcus Lawrence. So there he is, George Gums. Seahawk fans, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll see you on the next one.